Now, pandemics, the Bible in Luke 21 calls it pestilences. There's our bad guy, Naglera fowleri, and that was on March 2nd, 2023. The poor man died from getting water up his nose. It was in Fort Myers, so it wasn't Tampa, sorry, Fort Myers. And it ate his brain. And I think 24 people have already gotten it this year, but you don't hear much about it. I bet you haven't heard about this. Bird flu researchers sound the alarm that the new pandemic could be 100 times worse than COVID. What is it? It's an avian influenza that has gone from avians, that's birds, to mammals, that's cows. And guess what? The person taking care of the cows got it from the cows. That's what the right-hand article is about. It's the first time in history of humanity that a human got the bird flu from a mammal. Now, people over in China get it from the ducks that work in the poultry farms. They get the avian, that's what the whole avian flu thing is. They've never had a mammal transmit it to a mammal. Basically, pandemics have been mapped. These are all the pandemics from the Antonine Plague in 165 AD. And the size of the little pathogen shows how many people died. And look there, I added, see the yellow with the arrow? That's COVID compared to all the other deaths. Look at the big one on the left. The Black Death, you've all heard of the bubonic plague, 1347 to 1351, killed 200 million people, 200 times more than COVID. But look under death tolls. Tribulation death tolls will be 20 times the Black Death toll, which decimated Europe, by the way, and 4,000 plus times COVID's death rate. Wow. Well, how about the explosion? This is something else that Jesus tells us, that the Antichrist causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or their foreheads, and no one can buy or sell except the one who has the mark or the name of the beast or the number. You know what everybody's focused on since I was a little boy? I remember when Tim left behind LaHaye and what was his name that wrote the late, great Planet Earth? Hal Lindsey, there we go. Thanks, John. Hal Lindsey wrote that, and people started really getting saved because they realized that the Bible was coming true. Israel was born as a nation, and all the wars were happening. I remember when they started talking about, is this going to be a barcode on their foreheads or here? No, it's going to be an implanted microchip. No, it's going to be their Social Security number. Do you know what I saw in this whole verse is the last red word. To make this work, something has to happen to our money. This is my wallet where I keep my gospel tracts. It also has this archaic paper with ink on it that I can trade for anything called money. As long as I have this in my pocket, I'm very free. But when I can only deal with money digitally, whoever controls the digital usage of the money is going to control the world. You're the only generation that money has been digitalized. There is not paper money for America's, what are we up to, 30, 40 trillion, 50 trillion, 100 trillion dollars? $100 trillion would stretch to the moon and back, I don't know how many times. I mean, not end to end, I mean stacked up this way. Trillions are big numbers. There's no paper money for all the wealth of America. It's all digital. The wealthiest people have very little cash. It's all digital money that's zeros and commas and dots, Whoever controls that controls the world. Think about what 666 is. On their right hand or their foreheads, look at this. This is what's coming to every airport near you, a scanner that looks at your forehead, your eyes, your face, we're all different. And facial recognition is unbelievable. You don't even have to get a DNA sample. There's such uniqueness. And if you use an algorithm, especially with AI, you can identify anybody. Well, that brings the business people into bear. This is a satellite capable of spying on your every move. It's set to launch in 2025. That satellite, created by the startup company Albedo, is so high quality it can zoom in on people, their license plates from space. It raises privacy concern among experts. It will create a big brother state always watching you. Albedo claims they will not have facial recognition on their satellite, and they will refrain from invading your privacy. Aren't you comforted by them telling us that, right? Revelation 13 already tells us that the time is coming when no one can buy or sell except having the mark of the beast.